When the present government came into power 12 years ago, they were very careful to say they would stick by the previous Conservative government spending pledges. However, if one looks at road investment, the story is not so straightforward. The House of Commons Library did some research for us, and we found that over the last 10 years, the average annual investment in our roads by this government has been £4 billion. But if adjusted for present spending power, the previous 10 years when the Conservatives were in power, the average was £6 billion. So we have seen money diverted within budgets from road investment to other, possibly very laudable schemes, but certainly the roads have lost out. The next decade is going to be one of difficult public spending rounds, and this may well impose new solutions to securing investment and recouping the cost. The private sector may well have the answer to some of these challenges. No motorist likes paying a toll, and certainly it would be politically unacceptable and electoral suicide to charge for existing roads that the motorist considers quite rightly as already having been paid for by fuel taxes and vehicle excise duty in the past. That is why we have rejected plans for a spy-in-the-sky, satellite-based road charging system that is being trialled by the government at the moment. Motorists and hauliers may, however, be more open to tolls or charges that offer an alternative to traffic jams. The M6 toll model may be one way forward, but there are other schemes around the world which may be applicable to the United Kingdom. If new lanes are financed privately, then the decision needs to be taken to either have so-called Lexus lanes, as in the SR60 in Orange County, California, with toll levels adjusted to reflect volume of traffic at any given time, or for all the users of the road who benefit from the new lane to pay towards the capital cost. In making these decisions, it will be vital to listen to what motorists want and, more importantly, what they would see as a fair price to pay. Motorway widening on the M1, M6 and M62 has been put on hold for financial reasons, and hard shoulder running on the M42 has been a success, but this has been implemented, of course, with lower speed limits and is really no real alternative to proper motorway widening schemes. Maybe if the government were being consistent, they wouldn't have announced a third runway at Heathrow, but merely that the planes would land on the hard shoulder of runway number 2. But certainly we are keen to see if we can get some serious investment into our motorway network, particularly in my part of the world, the M62, which is a perennial problem. And I know that the hard shoulder running will be a stopgap solution, but no real long-term solution to the problem. We also need to make sure that we get value for money in the investment that goes into our roads. All too often, we've seen road projects in the United Kingdom being subject to overruns, late delivery and cost budgets being exceeded. We want to ensure that the taxpayer gets value for money. The opposition has a number of freedom of information requests in at the moment, targeted specifically at cost overruns and delays. I think probably the worst example that's come to my attention recently is the Mottram Tintwistle bypass, where £17 million has been spent on planning, on a public inquiry, on a great deal of preparation for a road which now we're told is not going to be built. That's £17 million down the drain and wasted.